Hola chicos, these are the instructions for day 34 of digital learning. If you're doing this in real time, it is for Thursday, May 7th, and that is for week 7. So we'll go to classwork, digital learning activities, then you'll choose week 7, and we will scroll to day 34. Today, you are going to be working on a project called Este Verano, or this summer. I'll go ahead and open up those instructions. Your bell work is going to be to just read those instructions for this project and deciding if this is something that you will do digitally as a Word doc or a Google doc, or if you're going to do print. For your work session, which we will take a look at in more detail in just a second, you're going to be working on the writing, and if you choose to, the illustrations are optional, the illustration part of Este Verano. And then if you do decide to make a digital file, you want to make sure that you share it with me. And if you are doing a product that is paper, make sure that you take a picture of it when it's all done and email it to me. So before we move on to the Flipgrid part, let's go ahead and take a look in a little more detail at Este Verano. So instructions, you are almost all finished with the spring semester and are very close to summer break. In this presentation, you will use our Unit 4B vocab and grammar as you talk about your summer plans. So part 1 is just deciding if you want to do this as a digital product, in which case you'll save it with your name and Este Verano and then share it with me, or if you decide to do this by hand, you could either print out this document or write out the instructions for parts 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then when it's all done, you'll take a picture of it and email it to me. Part 2 is going to ask you to write or type 5 things in Spanish that you want to do this summer. So you'll see I've underlined the verb quieres. So for example, for me, I want to run, so quiero correr. That could be one of my 5. Then for part 3, there are always things we want to do and then also things we have to do. So something que tienes que hacer, 5 things that you have to do. Maybe for me, I say that I have to work. Tengo que trabajar. That could be one of my 5. And then for part 4, you'll see that I've given you a box here, and it's probably more space than you need. You're welcome to use more space if you decide you need it. But based on what you said in parts 2 and 3, with what you want to do and what you have to do, you are going to write a paragraph with at least 5 Spanish sentences. You can absolutely do more than 5, but I do need that minimum to be 5 sentences, telling me what you will do in the summer. So for this one, you're using the ir a infinitive structure. So for example, if I said, I want to run and I have to work, for those, I would say, voy a correr, voy a trabajar, I'm going to run and I'm going to work. If you want, you can absolutely add images and drawings if that makes you happy. Absolutely not mandatory, but if you would like to make it pretty, please feel free to do so. Then we'll take a look at part 5, which is going to start talking about Flipgrid. Basically, all you're going to be doing on Flipgrid, or if you choose to use Google Voice, is reading out loud what you wrote so far in your paragraph. But make sure if you do Google Voice instead of Flipgrid, remember to say me llamo and then at least your first name so that I can give you credit for your awesome work. All right, chicos, have a wonderful day.